Okay, there we go. Uh, NAR tells us that the average person knows 13 realtors. Hello. Okay. So if they know 13 of you, my question is, how are they going to pick you? How's out of those 13, why would they put their hand up and go, hey, we want Gretchen. I want MJ. I want Ryan. I want Jacqueline. Where does that come from? Here's where it comes from. You got to stand out. You got to be memorable. You got to be unique. You got to be set apart. And I don't mean be different just for difference sake. Okay. Like there's a lot of people like, oh, I need to do that different because that's what. No, I don't mean be different for different sake. I mean, be different because you are different. You guys tracking with me on this? Where people, when they think of real estate, you are the only name they think of because they go, hey, they do it different. Okay. Not like, hey, they just do some fancy video. I mean, they do everything different. They serve different. They show up different. They communicate different. Okay. You guys with me on this? All right. I believe all of us were created to live a life, okay, of what I call defined distinction. Okay. Defined distinction. Defined meaning a life of definition. You with me? So I want to talk to you today for a few minutes about how do we live a life of definition? How do we build a business of definition? Okay. All right. And distinction. Distinction literally means what you've written down: different, set apart, memorable, unique, right? So I know there will be a day. Can I tell you two things that you and I all have in common? Three things we all have in common. Number one, every one of us on the screen, we own a business. Yes? Okay. Even if you're an agent on a team, can I tell you something? You own your own business. Okay. You are an entrepreneur. Okay. You got to go out and earn your business. You tracking with me on this? Okay. Every one of us, we own a business. And here's what I want to tell you too. Don't just be a real estate agent. There are 1.5 million of those. Okay. Be a business owner. That's a very different thing. Okay. Can I tell you something? In the next 12 months, the people who are going to win are business owners, not real estate agents. Okay. Business owners. So how are you setting yourself apart? How are you standing out among the crowd of 1.5 million of you? If the average person knows 13 real estate agents, how do you be the real estate agent, not a real estate agent? Okay. And the way you do that is you be a business owner. You stand out. You be different. Okay. We all own a business. We all live a life. Okay. You get this life and we're all going to leave a legacy. So how do we take all three of those things and make them stand out, make them be different? Okay. I want to read something to you today that I think will resonate with you. So I learn a lot through stories. So I'm going to give you a story here. Okay. Here's what it says. All right. It says in 1941, the U.S. Army had a problem. Here was the problem. You ready? Soldiers, they needed chocolate that didn't melt in a soldier's pocket. Okay. 1941. Kevin, you tracking with me on this? Okay. The soldiers wanted chocolate, man. They were on the forefront of the war, but chocolate was melting in their pockets. Okay. So they had a problem. So here's what they did. Mars had the solution. Mars, the candy company. You tracking with me on this? You're like, wait a second. Why are you talking about candy? Just give me a minute. Okay. Mars had the solution. Sugar-coated shells around the chocolate. Okay. Anybody know what sugar-coated shells around the chocolate are called? M&Ms. Okay. So to keep from chocolate melting in their pocket, they created this sugar-coated shell and they called it M&Ms. Okay. Let me go a little bit further. It said the problem is that World War II ended. Guess what else happened when World War II ended? Their client base, which was who? Soldiers, no more needed the chocolate that didn't melt. The demand was no longer there. Let me pause for a second. Anybody feeling like a little bit like the demand in real estate isn't quite there like it has been? Are you tracking with me? Have we had a transition in our market? How many of you houses are sitting on the market just a little bit longer? Come on, put your hands up. How many of you houses are sitting a lot a bit longer? Yeah. Okay. All right. So you and I have the same type of dilemma right in the middle. The demand looks different. Okay. So what did they do? Most companies would have panicked. How many real estate agents do you think are panicking today? How many real estate agents do you think today, okay, are literally at a point of, I don't know what to do. I don't know. I don't know how to do. Okay. And so we want to walk through this. Here we go. Here's what Mars did. Mars got strategic. Instead of flooding the market, they made M&Ms feel exclusive. I want you to write that down. They made M&Ms feel exclusive. How do we make things feel exclusive? We make everybody know, hey, we only have a few of these. Okay, so here's what they did. All right. At first, you couldn't buy M&Ms just anywhere. They only had them at certain places. Okay. They only had them at certain places. And in addition to that, not only could you not just buy them anywhere, and you had to know about them, it was kind of like a speakeasy. Okay, you needed a password to get into, and guess what? People always want what they can't have. Would you agree with that? You take it away from them. Okay, you hide it, you make it tough, you make it exclusive. Now I want to be a part of the game. Okay. All right. Now, Mars doubled down during this season. Now, okay, Hershey and Nestle were battling over something completely different. They were battling over taste. Whose chocolate tasted better, Nestle or Hershey? M&Ms, the Mars company, that's not what they did. Okay, they played a completely different game. They played a game called psychology. Write that down. They played a game called psychology. Hey, can I tell you something? Real estate is a psychological game. Would you agree with that? People buy real estate on emotion. Now, I'm not saying be manipulative. Be manipulative. I promise you, I'm a little bit of cold medicine. Okay, my words will come out. Be manipulative around it. I'm just saying they thought about how people thought, and they went and met them in the manner that they think. Okay. And they doubled down. They played a game called psychology. Here's what they did. Now they gave the candy personality. Okay. How did they give the candy personality? Anybody know? They made it colors. Number one. Okay. Number two, how many of you have seen the commercials with little red, yellow, like every color, as acting as people? They all have these personalities. They're having conversations. Okay. Sam Tally, you're right. They made them genders as well. They took chocolate and they brought it to life. Okay. You guys tracking with me on this? So my point is, you can be a chocolate bar, or you can be M&Ms, which has personality. You with me? Which has different color, which has a story, which comes to life. Okay. How do you and I win in this market? We got to be unique. We got to have personality. We got to come to life. We got to be different. Stop just listing a property and doing what you've always done. Okay. It may not work anymore. It's probably not going to. Do you know the people that I see out there winning? They're the people who are recognizing we need to do something different. Okay. There's a reason why M&Ms still own the candy aisle. Okay. There's a reason. And all of this started in 1941. Can you imagine if they had never changed the way that they did something? Okay. Now hear me. I know there are plenty of things you're doing that are working. I'm not asking you to stop doing that. Okay. If you have things in your business that are working, keep doing them. Now, keep getting better at them. Don't get complacent and think this will always be the way that it will be, okay? But keep making them even better. But take a look at, how am I going to stand out? How am I going to be different in a sea of everything else, okay? So let me give you some examples of how we do that, okay? And before we go into this, would you write this down, okay? The strongest brands don't sell products. The strongest brands don't sell products. What do they sell? You tell me, if the strongest brands don't sell products, what are they selling? Somebody come off mute and tell me. Or type it in the chat box.
A dream.
A dream. Everybody write that down. Okay, Cher wrote in the chat box, a lifestyle. Anthony wrote solutions. Jill wrote an idea. Okay, you with me on this? What's that?
Experience.
An experience. Come on, Sam. Okay. Now, I don't know about you. I'll buy solutions. I'll buy a lifestyle. I'll buy an idea. I'll buy a brand. Okay. Here's what I want you to know. You are not selling houses. Okay. You may be like, Coach, you really have been on a lot of medicine. Okay. But I'm telling you, you're not selling houses. Did you know I've never sold a house to anybody? They buy whatever house they want to buy. It's not like I walk in and say, you know what? This is the most beautiful backyard. This is the house you need to buy. This is their money. Okay. Let me tell you what they're buying. They're buying you. They're buying you. They're buying the solutions that you provide to them. They're buying the service that you provide to them. They're buying the experience that you give them. They're buying your brand. They're buying how you stand out. They're buying your answers to their problem. They aren't buying a house. They're buying you. You with me on this? When you sit down to talk about your commission, I want you to remember this. They're buying you. And everybody write this down. You cannot sell what you do not believe in. Okay? If you don't hear anything else, we hear that today. You can't sell what you don't believe in. Okay? There was a season of Dusty Oglesby's life. True story. You can't make this up. I sold animal food. Okay? True story, man. I was out selling animal food for Cargill Animal Nutrition. I was thankful for the job, but can I just tell you, I love my 3 dogs more than anything on the planet. Okay? But I'm not passionate about selling animal food. Okay? I don't wake up in the morning thinking, how much animal food can I sell? All right? It's not my calling. It's not my gifting. I've got to believe in what I'm selling. Okay? I remember being at a meeting with other guys who were selling animal food too. We were all at a national sales meeting, and they showed a video up on the screen. And this guy next to me is crying during the video. He's so passionate about what he does. And I loved it. Okay, I have no judgment. I'm saying that was awesome. I'm just saying I realized this guy believes in what he's doing, and I don't. I got to go get in my lane. Okay, you got to believe in what you're selling, and you're selling you. Do you believe in the experience you're selling? Do you believe in the product you provide? Do you believe in the service you're selling, in the idea you're selling, and the solutions that you're providing? Let me give you a few things to think about. Okay. If you are a real estate agent, stop selling houses. Start selling a lifestyle. Okay. Start selling experiences. That's what people are looking for. Okay. So I want to ask you on the call today, continue to help me out. If we're selling lifestyle and we're selling experience, how do we do that? How do we articulate that to our database, to the marketplace, to Facebook, to Instagram, to TikTok? How do we articulate that? Somebody tell me. If we're not selling houses, we're selling a lifestyle. Okay. How do we do it? Somebody tell me. A lot of you are already doing it. Anybody? Anybody? I mean, I have some answers for you. I just thought I would ask. Okay. Anybody?
Hey, Dusty, it's Anthony. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Anthony, go for it, brother.
Sorry, my camera, I can't get it to work. But so I think that it depends, like if you think about your niche and who you're trying to attract, that might be the experience. So for me, I like to speak to investors. I like to live that lifestyle. So a lot of times I'm speaking on social media about wealth building and generating that opportunity. So that's a consistent message and that I'm trying to articulate to draw people to me.
There you go. Well said, Anthony. Did you hear what he said? He said investors, but what language did he use that grabs an investor? Wealth building. Isn't that what investors are doing? Right? They're building wealth. So he's creating conversation around an experience, a lifestyle. Hey, if you want to build wealth, let me tell you how to build wealth. Here's some opportunities we have for wealth building. Okay. You guys with me on this? Okay. Another guy on the call, MJ Frazier, he's on right now. MJ does a lot of development. So if you look at if you look at MJ's Facebook, I love watching his stories because his stories are like, hey, like he's got one, what do you call it? The Kermit the Frog house or something? MJ? Is that what it's called?
That one's the Kermit the Frog house because it was a hoarder's house. And when we went in, not planned, I was doing my first look video with my videographer. And I looked down, I was like, oh my gosh, look, it's Kermit. And he was like, dude, do that again. I'm gonna get it on video this time. And now it's the Kermit the Frog house.
Kermit the Frog house, right? So I'm telling you, I saw that one time and you know what it did? It grabbed me. Okay. He wasn't just saying, okay, well, here's where the kitchen's going to go and here's where the bathroom's going to be. He was like, hey guys, welcome to the Kermit the Frog house. I was locked in. Kermit the Frog house. I want to see what the Kermit the Frog house looks like. MJ?
And I just want to say, like, I was so like, I didn't want to put that out there. This house is being listed for $2.4 million in 2 weeks.
Right. How about that? Right? Do you guys see what I'm saying? That's brilliant. What's he selling? He's selling a brand, an identity, right? You guys trying with me? So let me give you a few thoughts. Okay. If you are hired to go sell a property, you need to sell the lifestyle, the experience. Okay. Like if it has an incredible backyard view, sell that. Okay. And don't just say, look at this beautiful backyard view. Okay. Like do something with it. Okay. Like talk about the experiences they're going to have in that backyard with that view, the barbecues they can have with their family. Okay. We talked about this a few weeks ago on the call. Get away from the house. Okay. Go sell everything that's around the house. It's the experience. Can I tell you why my bride and I live where we live? Okay. It's because in less than 5 minutes, I can be to Legacy West, where's all these restaurants that we love are. Okay. I can go to Willow Bend Mall that literally takes me less than 2 minutes to get there. All right. There is a Chick-fil-A, 2 of them actually that I can get to within about 5 minutes. All right. Are you guys with me? It's the experience. All right. It's the lifestyle that's why we're here. Okay. It's not just that. So, does this make sense to everybody? What I'm talking about? Okay. Stand out, be creative, be different, and don't just do the same thing over and over and over again. Okay. Is everybody with me on this? Any questions around this? Okay. I'm going to show you one quick video that helps me explain what it is that I'm talking about. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen with you one more time and everybody watch this and then we'll circle back up. Okay. This is my good buddy, Nick Quay. I want you to see what he's doing to stand out and be different. Right? Here we go. Let me make this big for you. Oh, where did it go? Where did it go? Let's go back.
Wow, what a sense of arrival.
You hear it?
That was so gorgeous. Oh, wow, look at that stove. I wonder if they'll let me cook in here. Can't find a 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom house on a golf course anywhere for this price. I want to make sure this video shows how special and unique this home is. I've already paddleboarded in pools with a tiger helmet on, even written poems. Should I write a song?
Living large in Cocoa Plum, so fine. Chefs in kitchens where flavors intertwine. Screen BBQs and pools divine. Privacy's a treasure here you'll find. Jacaranda greens for days and nights. Golf course views as pure delight. Each room a haven, fresh and bright. Luxury wrapped in moonlit night.
Okay. How many of you thought that was pretty awesome? Okay. Can I tell you something you don't know about that video that's about to blow your mind? Okay. That song right there that you heard. Okay. Now you heard it was specific to that house. Did you picked up on that, right? Okay. So he wrote the song for that particular house and that particular neighborhood. He just sat down and wrote the song. Is that different? Is that standing out? Okay. Can I tell you who sang the song? Are you ready for this? This is the mic drop moment. You ready? AI sang the song. AI. He didn't hire anybody. He dropped it in to chat and AI sang the song. And then he put it onto the video. Now tell me that's not awesome. Okay. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't see everybody just doing something like that. Okay. Do you think his seller is happy? I think his seller's pretty happy. Give him a pretty incredible service. Yes. Okay. Do you think people are going to watch that video? Did he show what actually he's selling? It wasn't just the house. Okay. Did you see him on the golf course? Did you see him drive in because it's a gated neighborhood? Did you see that? Manned gated neighborhood. He showed that. Okay. Now, that's what I'm saying. Okay. Stop just being another chocolate bar on the shelf. Okay. Competing for taste. All right. Stop just competing for price. Everybody in this market thinks it's all about price. And I'm not saying price isn't important, but if you're thinking it's all about price, we're wrong. It's not just about price. You got a job and we got to go do it bigger and we got to go do it different. Everybody with me? Was this helpful today? Yes? Real quick, give me 2 or 3 things you learned today you're taking with you before we jump off. What'd you learn? Because we can do it all over again.
That you sold pet food.
I don't know how well I sold pet food, Janet, but I did have a hot minute where I sold some pet food. Okay. I can tell you more about dog food than you ever wanted to know, just so you know. Okay. Just so you know. You can't sell what you don't believe in. Yes. Crystal said, use AI. Absolutely. Anthony, I love that. Anthony put, find your own voice. Guys, this is such a cool industry. You get to be who you are. That's who you get to be. So stop trying to be somebody else. Go be who you are. Do it at the highest level. Okay. Stand out. Be different. Okay. You sell you. All right. I trust this helped you today. Okay. I love you. Bless you. We'll see you again next week. Make sure you're on the call on Thursday this week with Michael and Brent. They're dropping gold every Thursday at 10:30. You don't want to miss it. Okay. Bless you guys. Bye-bye.